What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Supper and a Can. We're at Valdoro in the Trongate, and I'm joined by this week's very special guest, Moss Park's finest, Mark Black. Welcome to the show, my man. Now, Mark, without further ado, let's get a munch.
Just ride with it, like, go and get live with it, but niggas don't like.
So, have you always got a chippy? Would you always be getting chippies from young? Or are you?
Aye, I would. We had a chippy, the Boulevard chippy, just beside Moss Park. I don't know if you ever went there. At school at Bellhurst Academy, we had a chippy over the bridge called Criterion. We'd get a half pizza crunch supper for, I think it was like £2.
Oft.
So definitely from a young age I was indoctrinated into Greece.
Pizza crunches. A good guy in school, or were you well behaved? I feel like you were quite smart.
I was very glaikit, as they say. I was very spaced out. I think it was my ADHD. Like I would be staring at the windows all day like that.
Yeah.
But I would be getting the answers right, but I'd be covered in saliva. I mean, so that's how it worked. That's the way I was at school, and I managed to get decent grades. I went to uni, did French, and then fucking last year of French, just like was like practice. I wanted to do comedy. I wanted to wear wigs.
So when is it that you went and
wigs.
studied in France? You not teaching in primary school?
I was. Well, I went for 3 years. No, I went for 1 year on my third year. Because you need to go abroad if you study a foreign language. Most unis make you do a year abroad.
Well, nowadays, even if you... I don't know anyone that's like doing a course that isn't going on a year abroad in the third year.
I recommend it to everybody. A year abroad, it's amazing. Just...
I've only got Netflix.
Especially if you're quite a shy guy, or lassie.
You're a shy guy?
I was shy.
Really?
No, I would not say about a mouse, as they say. I literally, when I talk to anybody, I used to just sit in school with my big long emo hair. I had like, and I miss it every day. I had long emo hair and I just sit in the music room during lunchtime and play the piano all lunchtime on my own.
You're a very musical man. How did you get into music? Was it a teacher or someone in your house? What made you get into it?
I'd say my first cousins that we spent a lot of time with, they were musical, I suppose.
Better than you?
Well, I've got an older cousin, he started teaching me guitar when I was probably about 11.
Damn.
He's amazing, and since then, I just gradually through school took a few lessons, but in terms of like piano and stuff, I've never really learned.
Self-taught?
I've never learned how to read music.
I can play the ukulele.
Can you?
Yeah, in lockdown, like, the school sent us like, I remember they sent us like a pack, and it's like, oh, things to do if you're bored. One of them was off music. And it was like, tap this to learn to play Riptide on the ukulele.
Riptide's a classic
Obviously
one.
the first one you learn. But anyway, to start off, a wee fun fact is that you know my mother from the school days.
Well, I was going to say,
you didn't go to school with her.
I actually met you once and you completely patched me.
When? In school?
When you were in your ma's belly, in school.
I thought you were meaning like I came, because I used to go...
Yes, because I remember when your mother was pregnant with you.
Really?
I do remember it, because it wouldn't have been Chesko, because he's older.
No, it was 2006. That's when I was born.
That would have been just before I left primary school. I said, all right. Said all right to you.
That's mad.
That was mental, actually, that you were in one of my teacher's bellies.
And now I'm interviewing you.
Oh,
How old do you feel?
Pretty old.
You've got a career in comedy, don't you? How did it all begin for the comedy side of things? When did you start that? Start filming with Courtney?
That was when I started it. I started that I just started doing videos with my brother about 5...
But you've got a brother?
6 years ago. Yeah, I've got a brother, yeah. He's also a comedian.
So yeah, your brother, Paul, is it?
My brother Paul, who's a comedian. And we started doing videos together. We sketches, us dressing up as women, dressing up as West End hipster boys, dressing up as...
Ghost Boy.
Dressing up as my brother did the People Make Glasgow video.
So,
Glasgow.
are you not in?
I am.
What one of them? You're in the background of the one where you're
Aye.
sitting in the hill. What one's that?
I'm in that bit. I'm in the wee guy that comes up to him at the art gallery and goes, "That's all given." I'm in three scenes.
You're not in the Up the Ra one, right?
I am the one playing the football with the Rangers top that hits him.
That's what I thought, but then I looked at it the other night and I was like, nah, that's not him.
Oh, it is. Watch it back. That was great. See, we being able to hit Paul in the face.
When was that? So when were they? Because seeing my head,
2018.
Right? That's mad. Seeing my head, that was like 2013, 2014. I thought like those videos were so like gold because they were like old.
No, it was 2018 we put that out.
And why YouTube?
I don't know, we didn't have
Because
a
that
clue.
was smart. I feel like that like worked. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we didn't, there was nothing, well, TikTok wasn't big then, so it was like,
Musically.
all you had was Instagram, and Instagram was as much, didn't have as many reels like it does now. Do you mean Instagram has become TikTok, to be honest? But I just put videos on YouTube. Got a bit of, what's this word?
Traction.
Because Paul used to post online all the time and he used to get a lot of like viral tweets. He used to go, well, look man, that viral tweet I've got.
Oh really?
Aye, and then,
Who's funnier?
I don't know, I'll leave it for my mom to decide. It depends. People have different tastes. No, I'm definitely funnier.
You play in a band called DOS.
Aye.
Tell us about the time all your equipment got bumped.
Oh aye, I found out, but I done the research. Aye, so we played in France there in December. Did a wee mini tour. It was about 10 dates, and on our second date we left the car park in a pretty secure car park. We stupidly left the instruments in the car, and the car got fucking jacked open, and all the guitars were robbed. However, they didn't rob any of the pedals, or they didn't take any of the pedals or amps, and they took a box of t-shirts of merch t-shirts.
Damn.
But aye, it was a blow. It was a killer blow on the second day. But thanks to the generosity of the people, we managed to rebuy the guitars.
Oh, did you?
Not buy the actual guitars, but like buy new ones.
Bought back the
But it
next
didn't
year.
feel the same. See, like they weren't my guitars, right? They were actually Sorley, the lead singer's guitars. But see, going into a guitar shop when you've got all this money and you can buy whatever guitar you want, it's not got the same.
Oh really? I thought you were gonna say it's bang.
No, it's not the same like feeling. I mean, you can get a lovely guitar, but it's just not that. Like he saved up for like months to get one of the bass guitar, and he loved it, and it was like really sentimental. And you're just walking into a guitar shop and go, geez that. It was kind of like a wee flavour of what it would be like to be really rich, and it's like, oh,
You don't like
you
it?
can see no, but you can see how that
Easy.
would get boring. The material things.
Yeah, just being like, alright, I'll take that.
I can get that. Aye.
Yeah.
Wow.
I heard that you're on first name basis with the wig shop. Is that true?
Yes, there's a lovely big Halloween shop down in Queen Street. I think it's just a Halloween pop-up shop, but I'm in there all the time. Because, you know, I like my wigs. I'd wear them all the time. I'm going to turn into Elton John, I think. I can feel it, I can feel it coming. I'm just going to...
Do they know you do skits?
I think so, I don't know. I need to actually get my Tony T wig cut. You know Tony T, one of my characters, Tony Tumeric.
Yeah, I've got that there.
So if you know any hairdressers, why cut my hair for free.
Man, I can't believe you've devoured this food so quickly, by the way.
Yeah, my whole family eat like the Simpsons. You know, Simpsons when they eat, they go.
Can we get 2 more sausages?
2 more battle sausages.
Yes, please.
2 more battle sausages.
I'm like crazy fat cunt.
So you're bilingual, Mark, as well. Speak a wee bit of Spanish, a wee bit of French.
Aye, I do, yes.
Are you funny in any other language other than English? Would
Well,
you say?
I did stand up in French.
Seen that recently?
Aye, 2023.
What was that like?
It was good, aye. I mean, you have to kind of adjust your material. I can't go on stage and start talking about EK Shopping Centre. You know what I mean? To French people. They're going to be like, what the fuck are they talking?
Do you normally talk about you?
What about the bars, huh? No, but like, you've got to, even when you go to London to do a gig, you've got to change your material. If you expect to just stay like Scottish patter, that's the thing about I will say about Scottish patter is, I do think Scottish people are the funniest people, right? Hands down. But
Not to
no,
anyone
but
else.
it's almost like people in London and stuff. It's harder to. I don't know how to phrase this. I just feel like it's. If they can't understand you, sometimes they have this kind of attitude that I'm going to switch off.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch off when they hear your accent. No,
Kevin
always.
did just there forgot a lot of that at the start.
You've got like Kevin. The thing about Kevin is he enunciates really clearly, but he's still got a strong accent, so they can kind of work it out. Like, but if you're going up like me, I fucking mumble, man. I'm like, oh, right, you should do. You know what I mean? It's like, is this guy having a stroke? You know what I mean? It's like, right.
So what about James English then? So you started, what, it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago? You started doing the sketches of him.
I did one sketch Last, no, 2023 I think it was. And then I just...
And then,
like,
at the start though, did he not... That's why he didn't like it. Is he not a bit...
No, James actually shared it straight away.
Oh, really?
He was like... Whether or not he was a bit like...
Fuck
Yeah,
this guy.
this weekend. He did fair play to him, man. He shared it, he shared it and he messaged me and he was laughing at it, so...
And then how did you get in contact with him to go in the pavilion then? How did that all come about?
Right, so I did my own show at the Pavilion last year, and I said, oh, I'm going to do half the show with Sean and Ben, who you've had on
Heroes.
as a James English sketch show. As half the show as that. And then James obviously saw that I did that. I find it quite funny that James saw me doing the Pavilion as him and was like...
He was there?
No, but he saw the
he
clips and
watched
he's
it,
like,
I mean.
I'm going to do it. So he went and did it. And he had me come out at the start.
What's your favourite impression you've done? I'd say mine has probably got to be the open goal one.
Is it?
That one's fucking class.
Yeah.
But just because of how
Like
like
very-
spot on you got it all, and just like the way you sit. And then obviously they reacted to that like
Aye.
2 or
It
3
took
weeks
fucking
ago.
long enough.
Innit?
I did that video 3 years ago. Aye,
What's your favourite one that you've done?
I'll be honest, I think James English is the funniest, just because I find him so funny as a character. Like I feel that almost it writes itself. Do you know what I mean? Like James has said a lot of the things that I've made him say. You know what I mean? Like I was a good looking boy. He said that in an interview, and I just thought that was so funny. I was like, who says the good looking boy? I just find that so funny that somebody would say I was a good looking boy. Because he actually says that he's talking about going on the bus into Berlin. He goes, I was shiting myself. He's like, 'cause I was like, I'm going to get punked in there. I'm going to get punked in there because I was a good looking boy. I've seen the movies.
When did you first get recognised for doing like your sketches and stuff? Do you remember it?
I do remember a moment when I was in Firewater, probably.
Mate, I was in Firewater and
Really?
I got spotted to
I
rotting like
remember
2
being
weeks
on
ago.
the dance
My
floor
first
at
time going.
Firewater, and I remember the first time it happened, it was after me and Paul did the Courtney's Moss videos, and there was all these lasses, and they were like, you that man, yeah. I love it, it's like, you that man cunt. Aye, it was quite weird the first time that happened, aye.
What about more recently? Have you had any funny ones?
I'm trying to get the funniest ones I've had. Well, have you seen me speak about the
Cathouse one?
the abuse I get online?
No.
Like about the insults. And someday, I was talking about this on that Monday Club podcast. So like, I sometimes get the best insult I ever got online was somebody just wrote horrible family under one of my stand-up
I think
videos.
I have seen this actually.
Aye. Horrible family.
I've seen that clip.
Aye. But to be fair, I've invited people to slag me anyway, so I can take that slagging.
So we talked about music,
Yes.
but you've got an alter ego.
Alter ego.
I don't want to say the name because the second name, but it's Tony Tumeric. Is that how you would say it?
Well, this is the debate that's
How would
on
you say it?
everybody's lips these days is, how do you pronounce that word? I grew up pronouncing it tumeric.
Right.
I've heard turmeric. And I've heard Tommy Eric.
When did you come up with that character? Was that a way for you to show your music side but also be funny?
Well, I just like the idea of creating a character. I always had an idea in my head that my music I was going to do it through like a funny character, because I want to combine. I mean, this character might have elements of me in it, of Mark in it. It definitely will. But I always wanted to do it through a character. So I'm planning on doing an album this year
Are you not doing a concert?
at the Arches.
When's that?
End of March, 28th, 29th, 2 nights. Platform at the Arches is the comedy venue for the comedy festival, and I'll be doing 2 nights, 2 live acoustic sets with a full band, a 5-piece band. It'll be funny. It's at the comedy festival. I know I couldn't get any other venues, so please come along. Yes, you've heard that.
There we go. The drinks, the drugs, and the scratch cards. It's not our first time talking about this sketch on Supper in a Can, but it is a different perspective that we're hearing it from.
Oh, you heard it from Sean and Ben.
We heard it from Sean and Ben,
Now you've
but
heard it from
again,
the horses.
that was
Wow.
about a year ago. almost coming up. But tell us about your relationship with the two handsome twins.
We're gay lovers. No, we met. I just met Sean and Ben on Twitter basically a few years ago because I liked the stuff they were doing. They used to do a Bear in the Big Blue House podcast. Have you heard about that? So it was very well known on Twitter. So it was like a kind of Rangers parody podcast where they imitate two Rangers fans to do a podcast. It's some of the funniest stuff you'll see online. But they kind of stopped doing it now. So I just knew them through that. Just started messaging them kind of with my brother. We just kind of spoke, met them a few times, and then I just thought I just think they're fucking hilarious. And I thought these guys need to be out there more, do you know what I mean? And I thought, do you know, it would be great if I was going to plan on doing my show at the Pavilion last year, and I was spending a lot of time with Sean, and Sean mostly because he lived near me or he worked near me, and I was like, what if they just could play some of the other characters in this because they're amazing,
They're
accents.
They're really, really good.
They're phenomenal. And then I was like, what about this? And they were like, aye, fuck it. I don't think they maybe at the start believed that it was possible. I think maybe because I've been doing stand-up for a few years. I was like, no, we can do this. We just write something, and we did. It took us maybe about 4 months or something. We wrote a whole sketch and went and did it at the Pavilion. It was brilliant. People loved it. They were howling for the start. So
when did you decide then that you were going to do a whole show on it? Was it then or before then?
No, well, we did half an hour show at the Pavilion, and then we were like, should we do this at the Fringe? And I was like, well, if we do it at the Fringe, we're going to have to make it an hour-long show. So we're like, let's just make it more mental. Let's bring in other characters and just make it fried and make it more of a musical. And that's what we did. So we're going to be doing that, performing that whole thing at the Armadillo in 3 weeks.
Right, guys, welcome back to Gio's Onion Challenge. We're back, season 4. Although Ron last week wasn't up for the challenge, Mark is up for the challenge.
Yes.
You've got 4 beautiful, glistening, delicious onions in front of you, and you're going to devour them all in 60 seconds or less. Your 60 seconds begins in 3, 2, 1, and you're off. You went for the biggest one first. That was a good wee tactic from you there. You've also got a bit of water. We're now allowing liquids in Gio's Onion Challenge, an upgrade from the last season. And we're going down at 43 seconds on the clock. Some serious tune going on from Mark here. Wee bit of ASMR for all you ASMR lovers, like myself. Getting a wee bit red here, Mark. And there is 30 seconds to go. 20 seconds on the clock, Mark. Do you need a towel, Mark? 12 seconds to go. If you get one, I'll eat the other one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. And the challenge is done. We'll give you 2. I feel like that counts as to get that 2 bucks.
Can I take this home with me?
What have you got to say to your opponent next week?
Who is it?
I don't know.
Fucking watch yourself. This cunt, he's a shifty bastard.
Well, James will put up the leaderboard here.
I get 2.
You're at the top of the leaderboard, how about that?
Am I hell?
Yeah, no, you are, because no one else has done it yet.
Oh, it's in the season.
Yeah. So we'll see how long that lasts.
I beat that. Fucking beat that. It's been good. I've enjoyed it.
Well, before we go, where are they going to find you? What's your TikTok, your Twitter, your Snapchat, LinkedIn?
I don't use Snapchat.
Nah?
That's weird. Snapchat.
Yeah.
Can you know, see, last time I was on it like 5 years ago, there was
Where are you going
like,
here?
a map. You can
Yeah,
see
Snap Maps.
You can see where people
That's
are.
dangerous, but because then, like, see if you're patching Sunday, they can see that you're on Snapchat.
Aye, they can see that you're at Paisley Lagoon, gone down the chute, patching their messages. Aye, that's mental. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'm out.
That was enough for you.
Aye, if my mom can tell that I'm... Why would my mom have Snapchat? I don't know. Some moms do have Snapchat. Anyway, so you can find me on Instagram. My username's Black Mark. Because my site name's Black. And then it's the same on TikTok as well. It's Mucus Black is my username because my sister's pals used to call me Mucus.
Wild.
They just look at me and go, Mucus, because it's like Marcus. It's not very funny, but that's what it is. So you can find me on there, and you'll maybe see me in the future at a show. So please come along to the shows to see me. So I'm having a brain fart right now. Okay.
Mark, it's been an absolute pleasure, my man.
Thank you.
Well, guys, we'll see you next week. God bless.
Just ride with it, like, go and get live with it. But niggas don't like me cause I'm nice with it. And the girl gets hyped to it, neck deep in when I'm